Okay, friends, I'm so excited for our next activity at Circle Time. We're going to talk about some really interesting words from our book, Max's Dragon Shirt. We read this book a few weeks ago. So one of the words that I wanted to talk about first is the word disgusting, because Ruby told Max that his pants were disgusting. They were really messy and dirty. Okay, so let's say that word slowly together.
Disgusting.
So we're going to break it apart into syllables, and I'm going to hold up my fingers for each syllable, for each part. Disgusting. You can do it with me now.
Disgusting.
So this word disgusting has 3 different syllables. Let's do it once more.
Disgusting.
Oh my goodness, that word disgusting has 3 syllables. Now, I'm going to write it, and we're going to sound it out together. We're going to do it part by part. Okay, so the first part we said is the dis part. Does anyone know what letter starts this word? It makes the D sound.
D.
It is. You're right, Heather. It's the letter D for dis. Okay, now I hear the I sound, and that's the letter I. Just like in apples and bananas, we talked about how different letters, like vowels, have different sounds. Now we need to do the S part of dis.
That's an S like snake.
It is an S like snake, Heather. I made a lowercase s. Now we're on to the second part of disgusting. It's the G sound. Does anyone know what letter makes the G sound? It is the letter a lowercase g. Now we're ready for the next letter. It makes the sound. Does anyone know what letter that is?
An I.
You know what, Heather? Sometimes the I does make that sound, but in this word, it's actually a lowercase u. Now, let's see. Now I hear another S for Gus. So we said the first was an S. So for this, it's also an S like snake. And then there's the T sound.
T.
T, like for our friend Tom. So we have the first part, dis. We have the second part, gust. And now we need to do the third part. And I hear an I sound. Does anyone know what makes the I sound?
E.
Sometimes the E makes the I sound, but in this word, it's the letter I. It's a lowercase I, because we're doing ing. Now we need to do the next letter, which makes a N sound. Do you know, Heather?
R.
It almost sounds like an R, but it's a lowercase n for our friend Nancy. And the last letter is a G. So we had dis, gust, ing. We just sounded out that whole word together. Thanks for your help. Now I'm going to erase the word, and we're going to talk about one other word from Max's Dragon Shirt. And it's a word that I really like, and I bet a lot of you like it too. So it's from this page, and this is when Max was eating ice cream and got it all over himself and all over the dragon shirt. He was eating chocolate ice cream. Yum.
I like that.
I do too. Chocolate is yummy. So we're going to say the word chocolate slowly, just like we did for disgusting. So let's see. Lit. Now say it with me, and we're going to break it up into syllables just like I did.
Let.
You know what? Chocolate has 3 syllables, has 3 parts, just like the word disgusting. Let's do it once more.
Let.
Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing that we did with our word disgusting. We're going to all sound it out together. So the first part of chocolate, it's actually 2 letters. It's the letter C and the letter H, and they make the ch sound for for chocolate. Now let's try to figure out what the next sound that we hear in the first part. So we have the ch, and now we need the sound.
I don't know what that one
I know,
is.
this is a hard one. It's another vowel, and it's the letter O. So now we need the k sound, because we have cha, and we need the k sound.
It's a K.
You know, it actually makes the same sound as the letter K, but it's actually a C. K and C make the same sound. Now we're at the second part, the O part.
That's an O.
Oh, it sounds like you think that was an easy one.
Yeah.
So we have chalk, O, and now we need the third part. And the third part starts with the L sound.
That's an L.
It is an L. Heather, it's just like that, your last name, Little. So we have chalk, O, and now we need the next part of the third part. So I hear kind of an A sound. It's an A sound. It's kind of confusing. It almost sounds like an E, but it's an A. And then we hear a t sound.
That's a T.
Oh, it's a T. And this word is very interesting because it has a letter at the end, but the letter is a silent letter. So this is the letter E, but it doesn't make any sound. That's why it's called a silent letter, because sometimes vowels make sounds and sometimes vowels are silent. So we just sounded out the word chalk, O, lit. So thanks for doing that activity with me. Now we're ready for our next circle time activity.